Hey guys, this is Mr. Katz. I want you to do the following assignment. I want you to watch this entire video. Please don't skip. Make sure you actually have your phone so that you can hear what I'm saying. And number two, at the end, you're going to complete an assignment at the end of the video. Third thing you're going to do is you're going to print the assignment and log out of the computer, and you're going to sit up in the front of the room when you're done. And when you're done, you should have the two assignments that I'm going to ask you to do. So what this lesson is about is we're going to have you understand how to take words and put them into an equation. Obviously an equation means there's going to be an equal sign. So I'm going to go ahead right now and write an equal sign. And then we're just going to you have to go step by step. And you're going to have to identify where the words tell you what operation to do. So first of all, right here, even before I read the 7, I saw that it said more than. And more than lets you know that it's going to be addition, but when you have more than, instead of saying 7 plus, you put the plus 7 at the end. And at this point, I didn't actually see anything that told me to make an equal sign, so even though I know it's an equation, I'm going to leave it like this for now. So 7 more than, so that's plus 7, and then the other stuff's going to go right before the plus 7. 8 times a number. Now how do I write 8 times a number? Well, that just means that's multiplication, and it doesn't tell me the number, so that's telling me to do a variable. Now you could use n, you could use x, but 8 times a number just means 8n. When you put the variable and the number right next to each other, that means it's multiplication. So this is 8 times a number plus 7, and that's what it says. 7 more than 8 times a number. And this is 7 more than 8 times a number. And then it says is 19. Well, the is signifies the equal sign, and then it equals 19. And it's not asking you, I don't want you to solve this. It was just about making the equation. Here's the next one. Now this is a little bit different because this is going to be a real world problem. Okay? Jan has 30 gallons in her swimming pool. Well, that's something that Jan's going to start out with. She already has 30, so we're going to put a 30, and I'm going to put a plus 30 because she doesn't have negative 30. You're going to add 30 to whatever she has or whatever she's going to get. Well, she pulls the plug. That should say plug, not plus. And it is losing 2 gallons a minute. So you think about this, it starts out at 30, but it's losing 2 gallons every minute. Well, I don't know how many minutes there are, but I know if you have 1 minute, it's going to be 1 times the negative 2 because it's losing 2 gallons a minute. So I'm going to say, you could say 30 minus 2 times a minute, and then we don't need the plus sign. Or I could have said negative 2m plus 30, because the 30 is positive, but I'm losing 2 every minute. And when it's every minute, you're going to multiply. So after 2 minutes, I would do negative 2 times 2 to see how much I lose. And then it asks, when will she have 5 gallons left? Well, that means when will this amount, you started with 30, you're losing 2. When will you have 5 gallons left? Well, the way you'd make an equation, you'd say negative 2m plus 30. We have how we're going to be losing the water in this swimming pool, but we want to know when will this equal 5 gallons. So when you want to know how much of the 5 gallons left, you're going to know when will this equal 5. Again, we have the 30 because she started at 30, but we're going to be losing 2 gallons. So it's not like we're just losing 2. We're losing whatever this will equal, 2 gallons times the number of minutes. And then this would be the equation you wrote. Here's the next one. Seth has already run 20 miles. So there we go again with what he's already done. So we're going to put a 20 there, and then he's either going to be losing this 20 or he might be gaining some more. Each morning this week he will run another 8 miles. So that doesn't mean we're doing plus 8 because it could be more than that. It depends. Every day or every morning he's going to run another 8 miles. So that means I can add 8 miles times however many mornings there are going to be. And this is going to equal what the total distance is going to be. So that's, remember, just because it's 20 was the starting point, it's where they already had, and it's plus 8m because you're gaining 8 miles every single mile. And then how long will it take him to get him a total of 200 miles? Since this will get you your total, to do this part, you make it into an equation by doing 20 plus 8m, but in this time now equals 200. So what I want you to do today is to come up with your own 2 word problems. A word problem like this, where you're losing something every minute, and a word problem like this where you're gaining it. And I don't want you to write the equations. I just want you to write this part right here and this part right here on 2 separate flip charts. Okay? So again, log on to Active Inspire and you're going to create 2 pages. You're going to write a word problem where the rate of change was that number in front of the variable. So like when they were losing 2 per month or per minute, this 2 is the rate of change. So I want you to write an equation where the rate of change is positive and a word problem where the rate of change is negative. So just like the 2 slides that we just did. And as soon as you're done, print them up and then come sit in the front.